From campfire tales to moving pictures to board game design, everything's a story. Today, I am here with the designer of the incredibly cute board game Dinositters, my friend Aubergine Peach.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna play the game and talk a little bit about how story fits into board game design. So, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to play this game. Tell me a little bit about the background of how you came to be one of the two creators of Dinositters.
I had gotten into board games with friends. I'd played some, so I went with friends down to Gen Con. I was like, this will be so much fun. I was walking around with a friend, perusing different games, and we were just doing quick little play tests, kind of what we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
So people were showing us games. We played one, it was a ninja game. They had equipment cards for your ninjas, and certain ones could only be equipped by guy ninjas, and certain ones could only be equipped by girl ninjas. And I was like, oh, one was a bikini-looking piece of armor.
Yeah.
And it said, can only be equipped by girl ninjas.
Sure.
And I was like, why couldn't a male ninja have this? And she's like, well, it wouldn't be very comfortable. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it wasn't malicious, but I was like, oh, I might not be completely safe in this moment where I don't know how people feel about, and I wasn't dressed like this. I was just
But as a queer person, in that space.
Yeah, and this was 10 years ago, so it's very different now, but after that point, I was like, oh, I don't know any other games that I'm really interested in learning about because I don't want to do that again. That was weird. I just wasn't seeing the representation that I wanted to see when I started looking around for that. I was like, oh, I'm not seeing it. So instead of complaining or writing a letter, I was like, oh, why don't I just make my own game and then I'll get my own booth and then I will do the opposite of that and it'll be better. So I designed a game.
You did, and it's incredibly cool looking, very colorful, very cute imagery and graphics. Let's get into playing this. So there's a lot of different pieces. Explain to me kind of the way the game works, how we set up and how we get started.
Dinositters, it's a cozy puzzle worker placement game for 2 to 5 players, and each player gets a pair of teenage siblings and a nest that you're in charge of watching while the parents are out. And then at the end of 12 turns, or the end of the night, when they come back,
12 hours.
The team with the happiest nest is the winners, and you're officially the best Dinositters.
Awesome.
Even the rule book has a sticky note from the parents, so you open it and it says hey, here's the instructions for watching the hatchlings while we're gone, and it's the rule book.
I love it.
Yeah. Digging in a little deeper.
Yes.
In order to have a happy nest, you need to have happy little hatchlings in your nest. So on these cards out here, you have little hatchlings that look like this. They're little dinosaur cards. Throughout the game, you can coordinate with your 2 siblings on where to go. So one thing you can do is get more hatchlings. And whenever they're next to friends that want to do the same activities. So they have these symbols on the edge. These are activities they like doing.
Yep.
So if these 2 are in my nest together, the symbols on the edge match. And that means they do that activity together. So they play together, you get happiness. The more matches you make at one time, the more happiness you get.
Okay.
The strategy is to set up matches so that when you add hatchlings, they play with other hatchlings.
Gotcha.
And then you get happiness and you win the
So
game.
you're thinking ahead in terms of what do I have on my left and right and top and bottom side?
Yes. Let's jump into each turn.
Let's jump into it.
You need to send one of your 2 siblings out to a location. They both have to be doing something if possible.
Okay.
So you have locations available to you. So like I talked about, there's these nest locations where you can go and you can get more hatchlings. So there will be 2 face-up ones once we start playing.
Okay.
You can choose from either the face-up ones or the top face-down one if you want to push your luck a little bit, and then you add it somewhere in your nest.
Okay.
It has to be an open space. The other place you can go is you can go out here to these food locations and you can get snacks for your hatchlings. So on the cards, hatchlings want very specific snacks. That's what these other 2 symbols are. So these are activities they like playing,
so
snacks
the
they
bone
like
and the
eating.
dragonfly here are the 2 different snacks.
So the one up here is its favorite snack.
Okay.
So you can give it a bone, and when it plays with someone, it'll generate extra happiness.
Okay.
or you can use this. This is their second favorite snack, and that's how you bribe them.
Okay.
And so bribing hatchlings lets you either move them or swap them with someone else in the nest.
Interesting. So you're not locked in per se to, I put a hatchling here on this corner, like I have opportunities to change that later.
Yeah, the one caveat is they can only be bribed once and then they catch on. So once you bribe them, they will not move again.
Gotcha.
Under any circumstance. So it kind of locks them in place. Very obstinate little dinosaurs. Okay, so fun fact about these cards is that each color, they have a favorite activity.
Okay.
And so there's always going to be 2 of that activity on the
I see.
color.
Okay, yeah.
So these guys like singing, those guys like napping, these guys like dancing, these guys like running. And then the last location you can go to is the rainbow pool. Okay. So you start out, we'll each start with 2 of these cards, and they look like this. They're all variations of these little Tetris block looking things. And if at any point during the game you have these colors which are reinforced by their favorite foods, in this orientation, in any orientation, in this pattern, somewhere in your nest, you can complete it immediately, and you move up this track, which is your rainbow track, and that's worth bonus happiness at the end of the game.
So it's kind of like an odd bingo situation where you're trying to get things in a certain shape or a line.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only other things to keep in mind before we start playing is that, like I said before, these both have to be doing something if possible.
Gotcha.
So they both have to be out there. You can't just move one around.
Sure.
This is important because each of these spaces with a little dinosaur foot can only hold one dinosaur. You can bump someone else's dinosaurs off, but then that player gets a free snack of their choice.
Gotcha.
But the parents, before they left, they said you have to be nice to your sibling, so you cannot bump your sibling, because that wouldn't be very nice. These hearts go here.
Okay.
So you got your 10s and your 1s.
Okay.
Little mini abacus, and then you can put your other one up here on the rainbow track.
Okay.
So to start,
Go turn 1.
first you'll start with take 2 of these.
Okay.
Step 1 is we need to start with 2 hatchlings.
There we go. Okay.
So this is a good starting point of looking at your patterns that you're trying to complete.
Yep.
You get 2 of your choice from any face down pile.
And I can pick any color even though I'm playing as orange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're going to start with this guy.
You can put them in any open spaces on your board to start with.
And now I pick a second one.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go blue. And that doesn't really line up, but that's okay. Because I can still be going for my thing here, even though they don't play together.
There is one thing here. So I want a green one for sure. And then I want, I'll take a pink one. Okay. Now we can turn up,
Okay.
fill, these always stay full.
Green.
How are you making them all face different ways? That is,
That's my secret talent.
like you said, you get to go to any location of your choice. They're open.
Okay, so that was all just set up at this point.
Yep.
And now we're going to an open location. Okay, well, I can see here that I need a green to start to complete this. So I'm gonna go, so I go here to this spot. All right. And then I will pick, I'm gonna try my luck. And it worked out. I've got a green, and this now matches up.
They played together. If you look over on your handy dandy little chart here, 1 match equals 2 happiness.
Okay, so I can move this up 2.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, and then I will go someplace. I like feeding snacks because I'm a good babysitter. I don't always win this game. I rarely win this game, but they are well fed. I'm gonna go grab a bug. That's my turn. And it goes back to you.
Okay. But we don't move the...
You do.
You do move that now. Okay, so at the top of my turn.
Going
I'm gonna
forward,
move
yeah,
that.
it's not your turn.
Perfect. All right. So I grabbed one of these cards and I moved it here. So that completes this.
Yep, so you can just flip
So I
it.
flip that, but then I move my token up to the 4, correct?
Correct.
All right.
So you'll get that at the end of the game.
At the end of the game. And is that my turn then?
Well, they also play together.
They also play together. They do.
So you only score whatever the new one you added.
Sure.
So this was your new one.
This was my new
He
one.
had one friend.
Yes.
Like you wouldn't, he didn't play with all 3 of them.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's 1 more match,
Okay.
and a match is worth 2 hearts.
And a match is worth 2 hearts, so then I go up to 4.
Yeah.
And boom, there we go.
All right, then I have to move my other sibling. I still want snacks. So I'm gonna go get a leaf. So in a 2-player game, it's not super tight, but when you get into 4, even 5 players, there's a lot of blocking and bumping going on. And if you bump a certain player too many times in a row, they get a huge advantage.
Oh, interesting. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll advance to 3, if I can get it there, and we'll go ahead and grab.
You have to move. So
I have to
right
move.
now you're blocking.
Okay,
there.
perfect.
Like when you move, you do that action. So if you don't move, you can't take that action.
Okay.
And you can't take another one because you're blocking yourself.
Gotcha.
You have no way of getting another orange hatchling right now.
Gotcha. So the best thing, if I want that orange hatchling, I gotta get him out of the way so that on my next turn, I can come in.
One option that's always available to you, so like these have 1 footprint, meaning they can hold 1. This one has multiple footprints.
And so I can go get a new card.
You get 2 cards whenever you go to the pool.
Interesting.
And there's no limit, like there's no bumping at the rainbow pool. It's very peaceful.
I think what I am gonna do is I'm gonna follow your lead and come get a snack. And we're gonna add that to this little guy right here. And so we count that at the end?
Whenever they play.
Whenever they play, okay,
They'll eat the snack, and then each snack is worth 3 happiness.
Okay, cool. This is interesting to me because I can definitely see how this would work in a more than 2 players too, of like you have to be very cognizant of what everybody else is doing, and you also have a lot going on your own board, so it keeps you very engaged.
You can kind of hyper-focus on your own board if you want to. You'll probably end up bumping people more than not. I think the more comfortable you are with the game, the easier it is to keep track of everyone else.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be a really intensive keeping track of everything at the table. Like you can kind of just like focus on how to set up your little matches, and then at the end of the game, it's just like, okay, who did it best?
Perfect.
So, depending on how you play, it supports both.
Okay.
I should probably start adding hatchlings because I can't put any more snacks on them. Orange is open. Let's go to orange.
No! I shouldn't have given you my strategy.
I'll take this one.
Okay, you didn't take the one I was going for, so that's fine, because I can bump you next.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, so I'll replenish. So, I went here, I took this one, they play together.
Perfect.
That's
and
a
they have a
match.
snack.
So that's 2 points. They eat the snack for 3. So 5 total. And this goes back to the supply. I move up 5.
Perfect. Alrighty. Start of my turn. I'll move this to 4. I am going to come in and bump you. Now, where do you go when I bump you?
Back to my
Back
next.
to
So
me.
I have to move that one.
So that forces you to use him next.
But I get a free snack,
There you go. That's true.
which I will gladly take. And I think I want to take a bone.
So we're gonna go here. Didn't have a snack there, but they do play together, which is 2, correct? Okay. So 1, 2, making some progress, and that would be my turn. So we've worked together on creative projects in the past. We shot a documentary together. We've worked in a lot of different ways, and we play D&D together. And in that time, as I've gotten to know you and more about your creative pursuits, one thing that I've always been super interested in is like how varied they are. Like you do D&D, you do video production, you do game design, you do theater, you do drag, and I'm just curious, like, how do you think one helps the other? Do you see there being like overlap in terms of like how theater informs your game design, how video production informs your drag, et cetera, et cetera?
The different interests is I think every artistic medium is like a language that you learn. And I think the more languages you know, the more terms you have to help communicate or describe concepts. Like every creative medium, like it gives me something that I can use to better understand a different aspect of something else. I use a lot of music. Music is like a very universal language to me for understanding a lot of other concepts.
Well, and it's interesting because like music in particular, not only is it emotional and crosses cultures and whatnot, but it's also mathematical, and there's a lot of like physical skill that goes into it. Like there are a lot of different disciplines that come to bear on being a good musician. And so yeah, even right there, that one art form kind of exemplifies what we're talking about in terms of like everything working together to make it happen.
Yeah, game design is really interesting where it is another medium where it's like, it's art, it's math, it's storytelling, it's like music or theater.
Yeah.
Now that you have those base concepts, it's like, oh,
I understand all the pieces. I just
Yeah.
need to learn how to put them together in a new way.
yeah, it's a different way of organizing all the skills that I'm already using in everyday life.
Speaking of putting things together in a new way, I just added a play together with my first snack involved. So that's going to be 5 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 brings me to 11. Awesome.
And he eats the snack.
And he eats the snack, thank you. Yeah, and it goes all the way back here.
I need to swap. I need to bribe. Should I bribe?
Let's see a bribe.
It's not a great time for it. I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna get 2 more of these.
I feel like this is the part of the game that I'm least like I got 1 done, but the thought of trying to create another one is where my head starts to explode a little bit, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so we'll go into 7, and, oh, I forgot to replenish over here, so I should do that. And I've got to move. Let's see here. Let's go get, oh, I've got to move him. I can't have that snack. Oh, see, now I'm seeing it now. I'm getting jammed up because I need this before I go get that, but he's there. So in some respects, getting a snack also can kind of be a bit of a placeholder move, right? Because like nothing really happens. I just set myself up for something later.
A potential 3-point investment.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm gonna bribe this guy. I wanna swap these 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick this one up, slide him there, put this one here.
Now, when you do that, if these had lined up, would that count as a new?
It would.
New
Yeah,
play?
because they
Okay.
moved.
Okay.
So he's bribed. He will never move again from this spot.
Gotcha.
But when I swapped these 2, they made a new match.
They did.
So whenever you move them, you get to rescore. So
Okay.
because I made a match there, and they have a snack to eat, that's
Yep.
2 plus 3 is another 5.
Damn. I thought I had early success, but you're starting to pull away. All right, we're gonna move here.
Yeah, and this is
Got to be thinking through this. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna grab this guy, and that is a play with a snack. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I return the snack, and there we go. All right, got some points.
refill.
Refill, yes. I have so many responsibilities.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow, there's a really good one. I'll go here. This one's open.
Start thinking about this in other terms.
Amazing. Yeah, we're just gonna, you know what? We're just gonna go for points because we're struggling. Okay, look at that.
Perfect.
So, without putting a ton of other thought into it, oh, I thought they both matched.
Nope.
Oh
only
no, I
one.
put this one here.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they do both match.
Oh, they match here and they
so
match
it's
there.
2
Yep.
matches.
Okay.
So 2 matches is worth 5 points.
Plus a snack.
And a snack, that's
So it's 8 total.
Yeah.
Cleaning up. Tell me a little bit about manufacturing this. There's so many cool parts and pieces. There's so many custom things. I don't know that I've ever seen a game with this many kind of like custom die cut cardboard pieces and whatnot. Like, what was the manufacturing process and the R&D for making this like?
My first job was at 3M. And I got trained on vinyl printers.
Okay.
And so a lot of the die cutting templates and process were very similar to cutting on vinyl.
Okay.
This is just thicker. Joel has a background in product design. Like, I think that's what his degree is in, actually. So he loves this part of it. Like, he loves the physical, like, creating it, manufacturing part of it.
Yep.
Joel was super busy, so I kind of stepped in to help facilitate the end of the file preparation stage. But yeah, it's a lot of tedious back and forth of figuring out very specific millimeter measurements to make sure that do the shapes perfectly match
Yep.
the cutout.
And they're in different materials, right? You got to make sure that this woodcut thing fits into this cardboard thing, which
Yeah,
I would imagine
these
there's
things
different
need to fit
tolerances
that. I
and
need to
things
give
like
them a file where this is perfect.
that. Yep. And is it like a company that specializes in doing this for things like game?
Yeah,
like
so we
board
use
games?
a company called Longpack,
Okay.
and so they're fairly well known in the industry. There's like Panda, Longpack. Yeah, they're in China. They have networks and in-house capabilities to do basically everything you would need.
Sure.
And they're in China. They speak Chinese as their first language. So making sure you're communicating in a way that even if they have to translate it, that it's clear and like the universal language is math. So like making sure your numbers are correct and like using that, like that's the best way to do it, is just focusing on the numbers and making sure that that's very clear. Is it back to me?
It's back to you.
I didn't think further ahead. I'm still blocking myself. There's one I want.
That's how I designed it.
Grab a bone.
Okay.
Okay, there, I've decided.
All right. Brings us to 10. And now, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do my first bribe. And I think this one, because I like where these two guys are, but I wanna put him there. So I'm going to jump to blue. I'm gonna grab this fish, and then that allows me to swap these two.
Yeah,
All right.
sure do.
It doesn't create any new playtimes there, but it does create a new one there.
Sure does.
And so I get my 2 points from that, and now I'm one step closer to completing this guy. So earlier when you were talking about the way that all the different kind of types of art that you're into and kind of that there's a lot of different disciplines going into them, one thing that kind of brought to mind to me as well is that they're also all very community focused. Like filmmaking, you can do it by yourself, but like it works best in a community. Theater works best in a community. And I'm just curious, like, how does community fit into your art, your expression, kind of the different ways that you want to put things into the world?
It's probably, honestly, probably mostly driven by me having other people to body double.
Which is that ADHD thing.
Yeah, if you're like ADD, body doubling is like just having a person or a body in the room with you just helps give you like some sense of security and focus. And like just, you don't have to be actively, they don't have to be like writing, like making sure you're doing something, but just having someone there just helps you do stuff.
Sure.
I initially went to school for animation and I quickly learned that it was so solitary that I had a really hard time doing it and enjoying it. And it was really hard to make myself do it. Whereas when I'm working on a film, like you said, it's very collaborative. It's very people in the room with you. It's like, it's just really fun. And theater's the same way. I grew up doing theater. I didn't think about it because you just did it, but I'm like, oh, you just have all these people doing this thing. It's really easy to do that thing and it's really fun.
Yeah, I totally relate to that. While you were talking, I managed to close out one of these and get a new playtime and a snack. So I'm cooking.
Okay, so I have to go pink. We'll just go here. And we're gonna try.
Okay, testing your luck. Did it pay off?
It did.
Oh no!
It did.
Oh no!
It's 5 points. Finally.
I needed that to not happen. All right, we're here on the last turn, and can I pull anything off? I need to think about those rainbows too. Well, that's not gonna happen in time, I don't think. All right, let's see here. We've got this. We do have a way to do it. I've got to get yep, I can bribe if I go to green and then go here, and then that lets me, make sure I get this right. That lets me swap these two, which creates one new connection. So that's 2 points. There were no snacks, but I now get to move up, and that's an extra 10 points at the end of the game. Oh no.
Okay, I'll go here.
Oh.
Get a bone. I'm gonna bribe this one.
I had victory for 2 seconds.
Then come here. This one goes there.
2 seconds of victory. That was it.
There we go. So I got a match there and a match there. That's 2 and 2 is 4. And I did.
Yep.
No? Did I do that right?
Did it not? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you've got it. Okay, so we come to the end.
Yeah, we'd add up those. We're at the same, so it's kind of a wash. But we both get, what,
18.
So we
Okay.
got
Yep.
Both get 18.
So
which is the
really,
same
though,
for
we
us.
can look at these two boards
It really just comes down to our boards,
and
and I'm
say that, you
I'm at
know, as
35.
nice as it was that, you know, you tried that last thing, you're only at 15, unfortunately.
Oh, that was really slick. How you just moved that down.
My last question for you is, what do you think that you would want your story to say in terms of all the different creative things that you've been working on, and in terms of the message that you want to put out there about inclusivity and everybody having a place at the table? If someone were telling your story, what would you hope they'd walk away with?
I think I'm trying to find projects to leave the world like a little better than how I found it, in a way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole point of this board game was just to create a safer space in the hobby so that people, you know, if they're at Gen Con, I'll be there like this. I've been there this way for the last 2 or 3 years now. I've been doing drag at our booth at Gen Con selling this game. So it's been really fun. Like, even if people don't say hi to me directly, just like, I think being there, it's just, they know it's a safe space if they see me. It's like,
Being
oh,
a
there-
visual
yeah.
representation of that in a space that maybe in the past hasn't been so accepting.
Yeah, the hobby tabletop gaming is not known for being super inclusive and friendly to women and minorities. Like, it's just, it's a lot of white men.
Yeah.
That's just how it's been. But it's changing. Like, a lot of the publishers that I've talked to, I have a podcast too that I did it as part of promoting this, and then it kind of turned into its own thing,
Yeah.
where I talked to other queer designers and publishers in the industry, and there's so many. Like, there's so many people now, and so just like making those connections and hearing their stories about how what their experience was like growing up and how they got into the hobby and why they're passionate about playing and making games has been really cool.
So how narratively would you put the end of the game together? Parents come home? What would you say has happened in the time that they were gone?
Yeah, so the parents were out, you know, date night, whatever. They came back and yeah, they saw that my hatchlings were really happy.
Yeah.
And the parents took note of all my happy hatchlings.
And
so-
well-fed and playing together. You got a 5-star Yelp review for your babysitting.
Yes.
Or dino sitting services. That's awesome. Well, this has been a blast. I love this game. Where can I get it? Where can you find this to purchase?
Joel's company is featherstonegames.com. So it's available online there. You can also get them locally if you're in the Twin Cities or at Games by James.
Okay.
This game isn't going to be for everyone. No game is for everyone. But it's like, oh, if you're like a queer, neurospicy person who loves like a cute, cozy, puzzly game, like this is perfect for you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.